Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing the Loud, and I'm sure you guys know exactly what weapon we're going for because on the Loud, our passive trait gives us plus 50% enemies. And you can see this is white because it's taken as a neutral, not necessarily a buff or a debuff. We do lose 3 harvesting at the end of each wave, which, makes sense because we're killing so many more enemies than normal. And then we also start with 30% damage. So we are going to be starting with the Ghost Flint. And the reason for that, you could also go Ghost Axe, but the reason I'm going Ghost Flint is because we do have that high damage percent, so we make better use of the attack speed on the Ghost Flint, right? We have a much higher attack speed with the Ghost Flint than we do with the Ghost Axe, and we do have that high base damage to start out. Yeah, you can see here, we are getting a ton more enemies than we normally would on any other character. I think it's interesting. Some people, I feel like, find this character hard, but I think this character is quite simple if you do go with this setup. And you don't even necessarily have to go ghost weapons. You could go other things and still perform very well. But I just think this is clearly the strongest thing on this champ, or this character. Sorry, not champ. We're not going to take a ghost scepter. We're going to go and skip. More ghost flints. One more reroll. More ghost flints. And we're just going to do this for now. Okay, just a ton of ghost flints for now. We will potentially buy some ghost scepters later, but we want to stack up our attack speed as much as possible in the early waves. So I'm not super interested in taking the axes or the scepters right now. I would say that the 30% damage, additional damage, obviously does not mean you never need to take damage. It just means you don't need it in the early waves. And we could just go ahead and take some more armor here. Sure, we'll go ahead and take some armor. And here we'll take some luck, actually. And we don't need any of these yet. Ghost Flint, and we can go ahead and upgrade those, okay? You can see here, we're sitting with 3 Ghost Flints. I don't think we actually need 3. On wave 3, we really only need 2 weapons, so I'm only gonna go in with 2 weapons. And I think I explained this before, but the reason we do this is because when you upgrade a Ghost Flint to the next tier, you need less enemy kills to get the permanent stack, right? It also means that since we only have 2 weapons, we only have 2 weapons that are actually killing enemies, which means that they are stacking up more quickly than if we had 3, right? Because if we're splitting the enemy kills between 3 weapons, it can mean that we end up getting less stacks overall. This melee damage is a big deal. Of course, crit chance is nice, but we do need that melee damage currently. And I'm going to go ahead and take luck. I did skip a melee damage there. I didn't want to take a tier 1 melee damage upgrade. And a metal plate is interesting, but I don't think we need this right now. It's also kind of quite expensive, to be honest. Claw Tree is pretty good. We're going to take that. And another Ghost Flint. Okay, we're actually not going to combine them this time. I think having 3 weapons after wave 3 is kind of important. So wave 4 here, we do want to have 3 weapons. It makes it a lot easier. So if you really wanted to min-max, I do think you could beat this with 2 weapons pretty easily, to be honest. So keep that in mind. Oh, okay. I just got hit for no reason. Sorry. I'm a little bit focused. There are a lot more enemies than usual, right? So I'm sort of having a harder time paying attention while talking. But yeah, okay. Easy enough, right? We didn't really get close to dying. And here we can go in and take more crit chance. And not max HP, I think. In this case, we'll take some melee damage. It's a tier 1 melee damage upgrade. But you know what? It's fine. I'm okay with it. Charcoal is also good. More ghost flints. And more ghost flints. Go ahead and upgrade that. And yeah, that's about it, right? Very simple. We're looking to try and upgrade our ghost flints as much as possible. And then here, I will say, since we are on wave 5, it is going to be lower chance to find our weapons in the shops, right? The first 2 shops have extremely high chance, and then up to wave 5, there's still increased chance, though it does lower each round. But once you get to wave 6, the chance to find the weapon that you want It is still increased technically, but it doesn't have the same level of increase as the first 5 waves, right? So here we can start rolling a bit more. We don't need engineering. This is really nice. Go ahead and take some more luck and more range damage, or sorry, melee damage. We don't want range damage in this case. That is why I haven't really taken any Ghost Scepters as well. I could take one here. I think it's fine. Oh wait, she found a tier 3. This is lucky, but I don't really want to skip it, because if it was tier 1, I would also buy it. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this. And then a banner. This is not really that good though, to be honest. We have a lot of attack speed, right? We don't super need this. One more reroll. And we get another Ghost Flint upgrade. Perfect. And more Gentle Aliens. I really think the Gentle Alien is super strong on this character. Also, you can see all of the upgrades I've taken. Melee damage, melee damage, melee damage, and damage percent. But the real reason we take this is for that plus 5% enemies. More enemies means we get to kill more things, means that we get to get more stacks, right? More stats. And then we also get damage percent and a little lifesteal from this. So pretty much everything we've taken has been melee damage or damage percent. And then we did get a scepter here, right? Like I said, the scepter will make us safer in the long run. Because if it does give us, let's say, 20 max health, that is still very, very good, right? A 12 max health increase is equivalent to a tier 4 max HP upgrade when you level up, right? So that is really high value. If it does give us anything above 20 health, that is great. 24 health would be 2 max, tier 4 upgrades pretty much. You can see we're struggling a little bit to consistently clear enemies, and that's because we have the Ghost Flints, which stab in like a straight line, kind of, and then the Scepters, which only hit one enemy. In this case, we're going to take this dodge, since it's tier 3 as well. Dodge is at 33%. We're feeling very safe right now. And at this point, also I'm taking this. This point, if we do find a Ghost Axe, I would be happy to take it. And we go ahead and, of course, take the Dangerous Bunny. One of my favorite items. Love this item. A bat. So we do lose 2 harvesting. Obviously, that doesn't really matter on loud. We can go ahead and take this without worrying about it. More lifesteal. More survivability. Keep ourselves safe, right? And it's not that lifesteal is incredibly valuable or anything, right? But it is a tier 1 item. And it has, I'd say, 0 drawback. Since you do not care about harvesting on this character, you can lose even more harvesting and not really be affected. Like, you don't even necessarily notice it because you have so many more enemies on each wave that you're just getting a ton of materials anyways. And since we are taking Gentle Aliens, a ton of them, we have even more enemies spawning than normal. So there's definitely no lack of materials or XP or money, right? That's why the harvesting is not really relevant. I think when I started out, I actually thought that I should try and counteract that sort of negative effect by taking harvesting. But no, just completely ignore harvesting. Don't pay attention to it, it doesn't matter. We are going to take the bait here. And damage percent. And melee damage. Okay, perfect. And obviously, we get another Gentle Alien, and we got another butterfly. Oh, the snail. He's back. He strikes again. Every single run, the snail comes to me. He knows. He knows that I will always buy him no matter what. And yeah, okay. We don't really want these. We will roll one more time. Okay, no, nothing here. I don't want to roll again with only 6 materials. And you can see here, we've already gotten 15, 23, and 12. So that is 35, 50 attack speed, right? All of our attack speed has come from our weapons. And then we've only had the Ghost Scepters for a few rounds, and we've gotten 8 max HP out of them. That is incredible, right? It's literally wave 8. We got 8 max HP from them. It's a big deal. Here, just be careful. If you do take baits, it should be fairly easy to dodge their movements, since they have the same exact movement every time, right? They just move in a straight line, and then they fire those projectiles behind them in a sort of V shape. But they do it in like a set distance, so you can always move in between those projectiles to dodge. You might struggle with that at first, but I will say the more you take bait, and the more you fight those Lampiers, the easier it will feel. And I think the Lampiers happen to be one of the more dangerous enemies compared to everything else, to be honest. Yeah, pretty much compared to everything. I think out of all the basic enemies, the Lampiers might be the most dangerous. Also, I wasn't scared of taking damage because I knew it wouldn't kill me. I have 41 max health, so I just ran through them in a straight line like that. We don't want these. Crit chance, though. Crit chance is interesting. Since it is tier 2, I'm willing to take it. If it was tier 1, I would never take this. And then the black belt. Melee damage, okay. So we do want more melee damage, right? And XP gain is also good. That's completely fine to take. Use our free reroll. A lens is interesting. A lens. Do we want a lens? So we could take it for our Ghost Scepters, right? It gives us more range damage. You can see here, we gain 2 damage from that. And if we take this, we gain 3 damage. I think it's fine. We went ahead and took the scope and the lens. And the reason I did this is just because it will make our scepters more valuable. You know, they'll have a little bit more damage, and we also get a little bit of range, which I'm super okay with. I think having 0 range is... it's completely fine, to be honest, but it doesn't feel great. I think having a little bit of range feels really nice. Like, if you have around anywhere from 0 to 50, to be honest, it feels pretty okay, in my opinion. Of course, everyone is a little different. Maybe you feel super comfortable playing at 0 range, or even negative range, but I think negative range is a little too much for me. I like to keep my range in the positive on pretty much every single character, I think. There are exceptions, but yeah. That is the general rule for me. Anything between 0 and 50 range feels pretty good. If you're playing an actual ranged character, which has all ranged weapons, then even more range is also, you know, perfectly fine. I think the most I've ever had is maybe around 300 or 400 range. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Yeah, easy enough. Super easy wave. This wave is actually great for us. Also, white flag is such a bad item for us. Plus 5 harvesting and we lose enemies. That is definitely not what we want to see. This is an instant click. You notice I have negative 6% speed. This puts us in the positive, so we're happy with that. And then 3 range damage. I don't super want to take it, but I will take it here. Okay. This is a little interesting. So we could take melee, dodge percent, or melee damage, basically. These two. I think in this case, we don't quite have enough damage. Well, we have enough, but, you know, can you ever really have enough? You can always get more, right? And since we did not get any axes this run, which I actually think is, you know, generally what I would go for. I don't think you need axes to win with the loud. Since you do have that starting 30% damage boost, you can just kind of take injections and other items, similar items, to boost your damage. Silver Bullet, perfect example, right? This gives you a huge damage boost versus bosses. Oh, this is a little awkward. We can't actually buy this Ghost Flint. Oh, we can buy this, but we can't buy the Ghost Flint, right? So we have to skip that. Charcoal. Go ahead and take a charcoal. And keep moving. You can see we only have negative 33 harvesting, but we have like an additional 70% enemies on the screen. So if we're supposed to, let's say if we normally would have killed 200 enemies and got 200 materials, right? We're getting an extra 70% on top of that. So we're just getting an extra 140, but we're only losing 30 from the harvesting debuff. Which is why I think the Loud is one of the... I don't think he's one of the, like, necessarily really easy or really strong characters, but I do think he is very strong. I say that, I think I've said that about almost every character we've played so far. But to be honest, I think it's just because it's true. Most characters are actually quite strong if you just play to their strengths. Though I will say there are some characters I really don't like, who I think are not strong at all. And I don't actually enjoy playing too much. But we haven't gotten to any of those yet. We will be seeing those later, since I am doing all the characters in order this series. And you can see here, we got nearly 900 materials. Pretty much all in one wave. That is, yeah, that is just a Loud thing, right? Plus 50% enemies, and then 20% from the Gentle Aliens. We finally get a Ghost Flint upgrade. We get a Ghost Scepter upgrade. Mastery. We could take Mastery, but I don't really want to lose damage on our Scepters. To be honest though, I think it is probably worth it, because we only want to have 2 Scepters, and we're only using them for the damage percent boost. Oh, Alien Eyes. So I showed this in the last run, right? Where we did play with Scepters and we had a ton of max health. Alien Eyes does insane damage, okay? Also, more Gentle Aliens. If we can get 10 out of 10 Gentle Aliens, we'll have another plus 50% enemies spawning. That would be a little bit funny, to be honest. I think I'd love to see a wave with, or a horde with this 100% enemy spawn rate. I don't think I've seen that before. I've definitely had similar runs to this, where you just have maybe 5, 6, 7 Gentle Aliens, but I haven't had it completely capped out on loud. That is something I've yet to see. And yeah, I mean, at this point, I said this on the other characters when we used ethereal weapons with. Once you get to wave 11, you are pretty much just done with the run. If you die from here on, it, I don't know, I think you have to make a lot of mistakes to die from any wave after this. You can see I can kind of just tank random hits and not even notice because I have such a huge health bar. 84 max health at this point is yeah, it's not really fair for the enemies. And yeah, you see 700 materials again. An alloy. So this is interesting. Crit chance, ranged, and melee damage are all useful to us. I think just because of the crit chance in particular, we will actually take this. Dodge, we would, you know, it's kind of cute to have 60% dodge, that hard cap. It's just not necessary. We really don't need it. Also, this is kind of funny. 12 harvesting, but tier 4. We could take that, but it's a bit wasteful in my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and roll some more. Okay, I really want to see crit chance. We keep rolling. Okay, thank you. There we go. We found our crit chance. I think crit chance is one of the more valuable stats. Lifesteal though, tier 4. We'll definitely go ahead and take that, right? Tier 4 upgrade we're really happy with. And a ghost flint. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to sell this ghost scepter. And we're just going to run with 2 ghost scepters and 4 ghost flints. Okay. Here we have a small magazine. Plus 10% attack speed, minus damage percent. We don't want that. We don't have stacking damage percent, right? In this case, so taking that is not good for us. This armor, on the other hand, losing 3% damage, not happy with, but we're in the negative with our armor, which is not good. We want to try and get a little bit more of that. And then we have XP gain. It is wave 11. I think it's early enough to take this car. Nothing here. Another ghost flint. And a tentacle for some more crit chance. 2 melee damage, since we do have that infinite stacking attack speed. 89 stacked here, 52, right? We will take this. Losing attack speed for other stats is a big deal. Pretty high value. And obviously just upgrade our weapons and continue going on. And you can see here, we almost have everything fully upgraded. We're getting pretty close. We just have 2 ghost ones that have not been upgraded. And that just goes to show Loud's strength, right? Since you have so many enemies that you end up killing compared to other characters. You also get a ton more resources, which means it's way easier to upgrade things and way easier to buy, you know, ridiculous amount of items. All while being completely safe, right? I'd say we're not completely safe, but just me personally, I think it'd be impossible for me to lose from here unless I, you know, turned off my monitor and walked away in the middle of a wave. Then I could die, right? Since we don't have a lot of armor, we're sitting at -1 armor. That is our only weakness right now. But you can see I can kind of just run through enemies now, right? As long as I don't overdo it. Dodge a little bit in between. Give ourselves a chance to heal some. But I'm just kind of trying to max out hitting the enemies so I can get more kills. Money. Oh wow, okay. That's pretty strong, right? So -8% damage. Not great. We don't like losing damage. But 20 melee damage, right? Also, don't super like the knockback. I will take this though. 20 melee damage, right? This is a big deal. And dodge percent is also nice. Just get more of that, get closer to that cap. And then here, damage percent, right? We just want damage percent. Damage percent, I'd say this, right? Damage percent, crit chance, and a little bit of armor are all we need at this point. And it's super early on. We definitely take the recycling machine here. We do not want more knockback, too much knockback. Another gentle alien. We're now at 6 out of 10. And we can go ahead and take another bunny. It's also early enough for that. We get the free reroll. A lure, 2 more crates next wave. We can't buy this Ghost Flint, unfortunately. Another lure, also nice. Crit chance and range are both nice stats. Attack speed is obviously fine. We do have a ton, our 207% attack speed. Um, we will take the metal plates as well, right? Get us into the positive. 6% less damage taken. If we could get 5 armor, I will feel absolutely safe. Well, to be honest, I already feel absolutely safe. I'm just exaggerating, but probably the highest value tank stat we could get would be armor at this point, since we have so much max health, we have so much HP regen and lifesteal. We don't really need any of those anymore. A little bit of armor is all we need. Just going through and clearing all of the looters. Since we did get 2 lures, we're gonna see another 2 looters pretty soon. Where are they? They haven't spawned yet still. Oh, there it is one. Go ahead and take him out. And there should be another one somewhere. I'm not even looking at my character anymore. I'm kind of looking for the looter. I don't see it anywhere. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Perfect. I want to make sure we clear those looters. We actually cleared 5 looters this wave. Yeah, so we're getting 5 loot crates here. And okay, another 800 materials, of course. Tree, okay. Normally, I don't think this is necessary, but like you can just go ahead and take it, right? Trees never hurt. They can drop loot crates. We don't really want this. I mean, actually, you know what? We might as well take it, right? Because we don't have piercing, so losing piercing damage doesn't matter. You know, it only matters once we take this item. And then we don't actually want this knockback, so losing 3 makes me a little happy. I just didn't want it because of the damage percent loss, but you know, it's completely fine. 5 damage losses, no big deal. Duct tape, super value, 125 health. We get an additional 6% damage reduction, right? Super high value for sure. And 20 luck. We can go ahead and take that. We're only on wave 13. And a coupon. This is crazy value on this character as well, since we get 5% item price reduction in the shops. Okay. Bag also really good. Go ahead and skip here. Crit chance is not bad. We also got a Ghost Flint, so now we have another tier 4. You can see here, every 12 enemies now, right? Every 12 enemies, we get the stacks. Okay. We can go ahead and take a little speed, a little crit chance, why not? And a lost duck is also completely fine. Go ahead and reroll. Another bag, super nice. 2 out of 3 bags. 2 out of 3 bags, 6 out of 10 aliens. 2 out of 5 tentacles. We're stacking up our items, right? We don't need any of this. One more roll, and we get another alien rewarded, right? Very nice. 7 out of 10. Actually, we kind of want to see if we can get the 10 out of 10 aliens. Yeah. So we only need 3 more gentle aliens. Be fully capped on that item. You can see our damage, right? Even though we don't have the Ghost Axe, which has that really nice cleave, like the cleave attack animation, we are still clearing out everything fairly easily. And that's just because we have such high attack speed that even if we are only using Ghost Flints and single target Ghost Scepters, just the sheer amount of attacks that we're sort of throwing out means that we end up clearing everything regardless. You can see our materials just flying up. We're at nearly 500. Yeah, 550 now. I think I genuinely stopped looking at my own character because it's not possible to die anymore. I think the only way you could die, like really, if you were really trying, is if you ran into the boss on the final stage. You're just permanently standing on the boss, so it just keeps dealing damage to you. That might be the only way to die after all of this. Obviously, we're not taking this. Crit chance, obviously we're taking this. Okay. We do not need more attack speed. This tier 2 crit chance is way higher value than this at this point. Another coupon, okay. So they just want to make us rich this run. 7 gentle aliens, 2 dangerous bunnies, 2 coupons, 2 bags, right? We're getting all of the stacking things. Oh, peacock. This is very low risk on our character. We're also about to go into an elite wave. So, you know, technically this should be dangerous, but it's really not. Charcoal, on the other hand, just a free item. Okay, 4% crit chance. So the question is this worth it? Honestly, it probably is. I think the 4% crit chance, it's very expensive. But, you know, crit chance is such a impactful stat for us that it really is just worth taking, I'd say. Damage percent here for range. I think that's absolutely worth. Yes, one more roll. Okay, maybe one more? No, 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 no. Okay, one more? No, 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 no. Also, metal detector. I never mentioned this because we have not taken it on any characters. I think it's pretty low value. It's very expensive. You lose damage percent, and you really only get luck in return. But on a character like Loud, who has a ton of enemies, additional enemy spawning, right? We have 35% from Gentle Alien, 50 from our passive. Having a chance to double the value of a picked up material ends up paying off, right? Eventually. I'd say if we got it earlier, it would have been much better. It's still completely fine to take now. I think it will end up paying itself off. You can see the boss evaporated. I think it took, what, 6 seconds to kill? If I'm not mistaken, I think it was 6 seconds to kill there. That might be our fastest mini-boss kill in this series so far. So again, that's just showing Loud's strength. I really do think Loud is one of the stronger characters in the game. I know some people might struggle, but I think that's just because you have to know which stats to prioritize when you're playing Loud. And I think people don't necessarily know which ones to go with. Another thing that might make you struggle is if you choose some, let's say, unfit weapons for Loud. Like, I really do think Ethereal is by far his best weapon that you can possibly go. Ghost Flints, Ghost Scepters, I think are easily his best weapons. Obviously, you can always win with other things, but it's like you're playing the game on higher difficulty in that case, right? This is also not bad, again, it's just more damage. We generally do not need any more damage, but it's not like we really need anything to win at this point. We're kind of just finishing out the run. More crit chance, luck, and speed. So these are both fine. I'll go ahead and take some luck. It is a wave 15, so we're gonna get some value. Another Ghost Flint upgrade. We're almost at all tier 4s. Wait, this might be the first time we get all tier 4 weapons in a run. So you can see also Loud, right? He's just like a money printer with all the enemies he kills. And speaking of killing all the enemies, another Gentle Alien gives us 5% more alien. Okay, another Gentle Alien. So we're 9 out of 10. And as I'm talking about that, we get a mouse. Plus 10% enemies. Mouse also really good. It's like the big brother of the Gentle Alien. Right, where is it at? Mouse. Plus 10% enemies. So now we have 9 Gentle Aliens, a mouse, and our passive, giving additional enemy spawns. Take the propeller hat, Lost Duck, S tier item. Love this item. And a Ghost Axe. Okay, this is interesting. So I did say we don't really need this, but I do think selling this Ghost Flint and buying this Ghost Axe is actually worth it. Yeah, this is just going to give us that extra damage percent so we can get some more ridiculous damage numbers before the end of the run. Also the Scar. It's a little bit late to take this, but I think I will lock in and take it. It's you know, it's so cheap and we have an excessive amount of money and materials to spend. So we need something to spend it on, right? Might as well buy a Scar. And you can see the Ghost Axe is kind of clearing out these big clumps a lot more easily. It has higher damage percent scaling, since the base damage is much higher. And then when it crits, it does nearly 500 damage in a cleave, right? In a cleave motion as well, so... But yeah, you see, we're just using, like, technically we're just using the base weapons, right? All ethereal weapons. We didn't really do anything special this run. But again, just like any other character, when you take ethereal weapons, you do need to focus during the early waves. Don't accidentally get yourself killed by running into something, or running into enemies, you know, getting hit unintentionally. Just be focused and, you know, have, what's the word? Have like intent with your movement. You know, intent to survive and kill as many enemies as possible. And yeah, okay, luck, plus 20, 6% dodge, minus a little lifesteal. We don't need that much lifesteal. Another Lost Duck, I'm super happy to take here. Reroll this. Crit chance, okay. We're just gonna go ahead and take crit chance. This is, I think, easily the most valuable stat we can get currently. And we got it. Exodia! We got it, guys. Okay, we're 10 out of 10 gentle aliens. Um, I think real Exodia would be 10 out of 10 aliens and 5 out of 5 mouses. That would be a little bit ridiculous. I've definitely never had that before, personally. Another bat, right? We don't care about harvesting. Let's go ahead and keep rerolling here. More melee damage. This is so unnecessary. This is really unnecessary, but I am going to take it. We can see how high we can get this Ghost Axe to hit for. How much damage we can get it to hit for, right? A leather vest. So this is also incredible value. We get closer to dodge cap and we get armor with our 200 HP health pool. That's, it's so funny to say though. Okay, a Cyclops worm, also very good. We don't really need the range. And we're not going to roll again, right? We only have 23 materials. Or sorry, we only have 90 materials and it costs 23 to reroll. Okay, we hit the boss at 556. Okay, that took, I believe, if anyone wants to time it exactly, but that looked like it took 3 seconds. If I'm not mistaken. 3 seconds to kill the boss. So, yeah. Yeah. We're dealing damage, guys. I think we're dealing more than enough damage. If we sold our Ghost Scepters at this point, we could stack up even more damage by having only Ghost Axes. But that's that's a bit silly. Maybe if we find another tier 4 Ghost Axe, I'll go in and sell a Scepter and replace it with a Ghost Axe. Okay, we got nearly 800 materials so far this wave. Let's even get to 1,000 in one wave. Run through all the enemies. Yeah, how much did we get there? Almost 1,000. Of course, that was after harvesting. Before harvesting, we actually made 1,000 materials in one wave. Wave 17. Okay. Lose 1 armor. Max HP is irrelevant. The range and crit chance are very relevant. So we're definitely taking this. And we'll go ahead and take some more armor. And now the run is genuinely completely over. I don't think the enemies have a chance. I could maybe stand still on the final wave just to test that. Another alien eyes. A little bit of range. A little bit more range. We do not want to lose crit chance. We're really close to getting capped. A mouse. Okay. I think this is probably our favorite item that's like findable right now. Just because we get more enemies to kill. And yeah, another butterfly and 1 less reroll. Okay, nothing super valuable here. Yeah, let's keep going. Almost to the end, guys. Almost to the end. Wave 18. I would like to give more advice or tips here, but I think once you've made it this far in your run, there really should be zero chance you die to anything. I really think I could stand still. We could test it. The only issue is I kind of want to pick up the materials. I like spending money in shops, even if I know the run is already over. And, you know, speaking about ease to play, like how easy the character is to play, I'd say Loud is fairly easy, though any character that uses ethereal weapons can feel difficult at the start, when you're still sort of getting used to movement and enemies. But after, I think, even just a few runs of Loud, you should feel pretty safe, you know? Your movement should be polished to the point where you don't really get into danger anymore. Obviously, we're not taking this. Let's try to get that 300 max HP, right? This, though, we can take. More damage. Melee damage. Nope. Skip. Some speed. Sure, why not? We don't need more than 16, but we'll get up to 16. We don't want to lose damage percent. We're trying to get more of that. Melee damage. Yeah. Okay. Crit chance. Okay. So we can also take this, right? Melee damage and crit chance. 94% crit chance now. Skip a few more times. Another mouse. Okay. More melee damage. More crit chance. Alert. Another mouse. Okay. Wait, we might actually get it, guys. Wait, 5 out of 5 mouses? And 10 out of 10 gentle aliens? We're getting pretty close. Okay. And again, as I said earlier, I started out with ghost flints. And then after, you know, we got closer to wave 10-ish, I got some Ghost Scepters. And then when we did finally find a high tier axe, I went ahead and got rid of one of my flints for a Ghost Axe. So we started with 4 flints, right? 4 flints, and we kind of combined them in the early waves so that they would stack up faster. Also, I'm getting so many materials. This is a bit ridiculous. Nearly 1200, 1200, 1300. Yeah, okay. Wow, this is a lot of materials, yeah. Okay, I stopped moving at the end. Okay, we got... How much is that? Oh my goodness. I think that's 1800 if you do a pre-harvesting deduction check. So yeah. But as I was saying, you know, we start out the run fairly simple, right? It doesn't matter what we take at this point. Maybe just some crit chance though. Or crit chance to get the cap. Or dodge. No, crit chance, crit chance. Where's it at? I'm gonna just keep clicking. Okay. We finally found it. And some armor, sure, why not? Yeah, you know, early in the waves, we kept combining Ghost Flints, right? Like wave 2, 3, 4, we combined to make tier 2, tier 3 Ghost Flints because they get stacks faster, right? So we tried to minimize how many weapons we had in the early waves. Then we got up to 4 Ghost Flints, 2 Scepters, and eventually we replaced one of the Flints with a Ghost Axe. And I think this is probably the optimal setup, something like this. Pretty much exactly what I have. Also, I really would love to find another mouse. Can I do that? I don't even want to buy anything. I just want to find a mouse. One mouse, please. Any mouses? Pretty please, pretty please. I still have enough money. No, no, we couldn't find it. I'm sorry. We got 10 out of 10 gentle aliens, and we got 4 out of 5 mouses. So that's plus 150% or 140% enemy spawn. Oh, it doesn't show here. Oh, yes, it does. Okay. Enemies 140%. We almost got the 150. That's so sad. Okay, it's fine. Let's just go ahead and buy a tardigrade. Tardigrade. Okay, 89 is when we start hitting the boss. Okay, that was a 4-second kill. And then 85 to 82. 4-second and 3-second boss kill. That is by far the fastest boss kill we have had in this series. That is the power of Loud, guys, okay? I think Loud has... Genuinely, I think he might have the best scaling. Definitely in 20 waves. You know, in the 20 waves. In Endless, I never talked about Endless. In 20 waves, I think Loud might have the best scaling, the best mid and end game. He is just ridiculously strong. You get so many materials from killing so many enemies, right? 50% additional enemies, another 50% additional enemies, and another 40% additional enemies to give us 140% additional enemies. So that lack of harvesting, you don't even notice it. It is negligible. And yeah, we had 281 max health, right? We got 116 and 111. That is 227 max HP gained between these two. Then we had 400% attack speed, 171, 139, and 73. Okay, that is, if that's not a lot of attack speed to you, I don't know what it is, okay? And then our ghost axe that we got near the end gave us 32% additional damage percent. So yeah, 102 melee damage as well, by the way. Maxed out crit, 11 armor, 42% damage reduction, nearly maxed out dodge, and we even managed to get 100 luck along the way with our, 300 health and ton of lifesteal. Everything is just ridiculous, right? So many stats. Okay. And yeah, we can look here really quickly. Dangerous bunnies, 2 of them saved us 231 materials. Then we also had the tentacle, healed us for almost 300. And then what else? Recycling machine, 233 materials gained. And we have the coupons, 424 from 2 coupons, 525 materials gained from 3 bags. And that is it. Yeah, that's allowed, guys, okay? If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. And next time, we will be playing the multitasker, okay? I hope you look forward to it, and I look forward to seeing you next time, okay? Goodbye. Bye-bye.